All right, here we go. Party people, party people. It is good to be back. It has been a long time. I should have never left you. Look at my... I feel like I need to wear my hair like this more often. A little dream of dreaming. Yes. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for coming in. This is the Brisa Breezy Show. If you like what you see, please subscribe to me. Hey. It's been a while. Man, I had to take some time off. I needed to like regroup and just be a better person and take care of me and not like give all of my good vibes and energy to everybody else. I needed to save them for myself and take care of myself. And now that I have done that and I have recharged my battery, people, I am ready. I am so ready to share it with you all. It's been a long time. Don't look at my recycling back there. I got some boxes I gotta take outside. But I ain't tripping. All right, so we're gonna get right into it because I got a lot of things to do today, and today is my Sunday where I need to go do things. Hey, poop! I am back. This is our Sunday, so we need to make this quick. So I have an agenda today. Hopefully, I get through everything, and if not, then I'll need to have a part 2. But that said, hey, what's up? I'm glad to be here. What's up, Brian? Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate everybody who's here. It's been a while, so I'm going to focus, get right through this. I have a list. I'm being very organized today. I have a lot of things that I need to talk about. And we are going to start with 5 things that I wish I knew before I got into NFTs. And I'm hoping to like make clips from this, like short little highlights so that everybody can kind of get, all of the information that they need. I'm doing good. It's so good to be back. It is nice to be back. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left him. But I needed to really step to my inner self and my inner child and just heal myself. So thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so 5 things. Five things. Let's count them out. 5 things that I wish I knew before I got into NFTs. And the one at the very, very top is be very careful of Discord. Be careful. Everybody says, add my Discord, be in my Discord, come in my Discord. And then, you go into their Discords and then that's how they get hacked. Okay? So be very, very careful of Discords. In fact, be careful of links in general. Okay? When you're getting into NFTs, you need to be careful of the savvy hackers that are out there that can send you links that are malicious, that go after your metadata and can redirect you and essentially like trick you into giving all of your seed phrases. And I feel like if you're a beginner, you're like, seed phrases, what are those? So let's go down the list. We want to start at the beginning. We need to start at the very, very beginning. And the easiest way for me to do that is to explain with this necklace right here what a blockchain is. Okay? So we're going to say that this blockchain is Ethereum or Solana. We'll say Solana for the sake of being eco-friendly, okay? And whatever crypto you want it to be, right? And that is the chain, right? And each one of these charms are all of my NFTs that I have bought on the blockchain Solana, right? And each one of these chains has information on it, but the NFT itself has what is called an interplanetary file system. And that is essentially like a social security number or a certificate of authenticity. And that is basically saying that this NFT is real and one of a kind, and you can have it if you pay X amount of Solana or cryptocurrency to get it. So, depending on which one it is, and thank you, I'll be trying. It's been a long time. I haven't been here, so thank you. Let's say that, somebody wants to buy this NFT from you. So they would have to give you X amount of cryptocurrency of Solana in order to get it. And then once they get it, you would transfer it over to their wallet. And it's very automatic. It can happen very quickly. I just had a bid last week, and it took a while to settle. It took like 24 hours to settle, but once it did, now it's in their wallet. So now they have this NFT with the certificate of authenticity and the IPFS address that says like it is from me to them. Okay, now that we have talked about that, this whole chain, I want you to imagine it as your wallet, okay? And you want to keep your wallet locked tight. And in order to, no, let me go back. Because the chain is your cryptocurrency, right? So I want you to imagine that you have a safe, okay? And the safe is where you keep all of your jewelry, all of your cryptocurrencies, all of your chains, right? All of your blockchains inside of this safe. And this safe that you have is your wallet, okay? And the combination or the code to open up your wallet is your seed phrases. And your seed phrases are like a combination of different random words that you should always, always, always write down. And if you want to take a picture of what you wrote down, that's okay. But do not keep it in your notes on your computer, and do not keep it in your notes in your phone. And that I didn't know. Nobody told me that. Nobody said that. I was like, oh my God, you could get your computer hacked and they could go into your notes and find your seed phrases like that. So make sure that you're keeping the combination to your wallet, the combination to your safe, where you're keeping all of your very valuable cryptocurrencies private and safe. And it's okay if you take a picture of it. Don't put it on your iCloud. That's for sure. Don't put it on your iCloud. Okay. So now that I have explained basically how cryptocurrencies and blockchains and how they're like, you know, necklaces, jewelry, you want to keep them safe inside of your wallet. I should say that there's hard wallets, and that I didn't know about. Hard wallets is when you take it off of the exchange, and the exchange is basically like saying, you know how we all have our money in the bank, apparently, and we all can see it on the app, but we don't really have our money with us. We just see that it's there. So that's basically what our cryptocurrency is doing on these exchanges. It's essentially there, but we don't really know that you know, if the apps were to go down, or if Bank of America app was to go down, how would we be able to see our money, right? So with a hard wallet, it's the same thing as pulling cash out of your bank to have hard cash. You can pull your cryptocurrency out of the exchange and just hold it on a hard wallet. And what I recently learned is that you do not want to buy those hard wallets from third parties. And this is like Ledger, you know, these are like famous brand hard wallets for cryptocurrency. You don't want to buy these hard wallets from third parties. You don't want to buy them from Amazon. You don't want to buy them from eBay. You don't want to buy them from anybody else. You want to buy them directly from the manufacturer, because those seed phrases that are on those wallets can be compromised, can be stolen. So then as you're uploading all of your crypto, all of your necklace, all your jewelry, all your cryptos onto your hard wallet, your safe, essentially, somebody else would already have the combination to it. So you want to make sure that if you're going to do a hard wallet, you have your own direct manufacturer that you're buying it from, okay, so that it's not compromised. That's another thing I wish I knew. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of that, because I like staking. I like when you can acquire interest for holding on to your cryptos for 1, 2, 3 months. But that's a whole nother subject, and we can talk about that in another time, because I have a lot to go through. So yeah, be very careful of where you get your wallets. Do not click any links, because if you click any links, they can phish you for your seed phrases and pretend like they are there to assist you when they're not. They're socially engineering you to give them their seed phrases, pretending that they're customer service. How scary is that? I'm going to go through a whole thread of this that explains it way better than I ever could. But I feel like it's so important for people to know that, like, there are no police that you get to call when you get scammed or hacked in crypto. You know what I mean? There's no HR. There's no, you could file a complaint with your exchange, but like if it's NFTs and like somebody got your seed, like there's often not a lot that they can do. So you have to be so careful. And I wish people were like, oh, it's so safe. The blockchain's so safe. I'm like, oh, there's a lot. There's a lot that can happen. I just learned that like they could find your IP address from the metadata from your NFTs too, which I was like, yeah, of course they can, because they've been doing that since geotagging, since the end of time of Instagram. Like, of course they can do all that. So be very, very careful with like what you're putting out there and when you're minting it and things like that. All of that stuff. Nobody told me, but I wish I knew. But nobody told me. Okay, so don't click any links. I recently learned close your Discord DMs. And I'm gonna tell you why in a second. But before that, triple check everybody's names. When you see somebody's name, read it 3 times. Make sure it's not like an imposter. Because I've had my homie Mindset Makes Money LLC. He's had an imposter that came in and swooped an NFT out from under him from JCD Brower just by having like a 0 or something, like just by misspelling the name. And JCD Buyer is like a huge artist, period. So to have his NFT, take like, So be very, very careful when you're interacting with people and their names, because they could just be misspelled slightly, and that's how you know that they're fakes. And that's really scary too. Okay, so I talked about the seed phrases because that was actually number 2, what I was supposed to go to. First one was don't click any links. And that's how I went down the whole what is a blockchain and how can they get your seed phrases. I said don't keep any notes in your laptop. That's good. Be careful of anybody pretending to be customer service. Talked about the hard wallets from the third party. Okay, this is good. I'm going down this list. This is good. Okay, close the Discord DM. So we're going to now read this thread about Discord. And then we're pretty much done with 1 and 2, which is great because I'm making great time. All right, baby, here we go. We're going to do a share screen now. I'm excited about this because then I can make all my little highlights. Browser. Give me my browser. Okay. Whew, this is a doozy. Okay, so there is a hack scam that bypasses 2-factor authentication that scammers are using to compromise Discord accounts. If you are a project founder admin, this is important. Our server just got hacked, and here's how. This makes me so sad. And this is why you gotta close your DMs, okay? If you have a Discord, just close your DMs and tell people to hit you up on Twitter or Instagram or something else. They don't need to be, not everything has to be on stupid fucking Twitter. Excuse my language. I mean, Discord. I'm not a fan of Discord. I recently learned, wait a minute, I need to make a clip of just this. I recently learned that there are people who are going on Fiverr to hire people to go into Discords to make them look more active than they are. And that there are people hiring people in order to get whitelists where like, oh, they need to pretend like they're the most active, and that they'll be on there for like 12 hours and then saying like how exhausted they are from being on there. I just saw that on a TikTok. Shout out to NFTs with Kylie on TikTok, because she brought that to the attention where I was like, wow, people are so all about Discord. And then it's like, it's not even real. It's not even organic engagement. They're just going on Fiverr and hiring people, for pennies on the dollar to go sit in these Discords for 12 hours. Okay, that was a rant, but I needed to make sure that we knew the bullshit. Okay, back to the browser. All right. A scammer. Again, close your fucking Discord DMs, man. Everybody. A scammer first chooses one of your team members, the target. Number 2, scammer goes into another Discord server that the target is in. Number 3, scammer tricks the other Discord to ban the target by impersonating the target, pretending to scam community members for the other Discord. Okay, so let's a lot to take in. A scammer first chooses somebody in your team, okay? The patsy. Scammer goes into a different Discord server than your Discord server that you have the project in, okay? The scammer tricks this other Discord, all right, to ban your Patsy, who is your admin on your team, pretending to scam the community members for the other Discord. After seeing the target has been banned from the other Discord, a scammer then impersonates as a mod from that Discord and reaches out to targets via DM because they know the real guy, the real admin, is banned and locked out. Period. So I'm assuming that if you're banned from one Discord, you're banned from like all of them. I guess that's what it's kind of fucking saying. Scammer then impersonates as a mod from that Discord and reaches out to targets via DMs. Scammer asks the targets to prove innocence. Since the target sees that she was indeed banned from the other Discord, this leads target to believe that the scammer is a real mod. Scammer does some social engineering, such as fake Photoshop discussions with other Discord team members about the target's ban. Jesus. Scammer gets on a Discord call with Target, eventually gets Target to screen share, tells Target to open Inspect Element by pressing Control-Shift-I. Inspect Element has a Discord token that Scammer can use to take full control of Target's Discord account. Bypasses 2FA plus passwords. Too long didn't read. Never screen share. Turn off webhooks. The mod that got compromised has admin role for server maintenance, which allowed the scammer to turn on webhooks. A scammer hacker can bypass Discord two-factor authentication by obtaining one Discord's key token from the console. What in the hell? Oh my gosh, that's so scary. That's really, really, really scary. Super scary. I have that pinned on my Twitter. CryptoBreezy7. And please, if you like this info, please like and follow. I realize watching my old videos, I never say that. And everybody says that. That's like a part of their thing. Like and follow, like and follow, like and follow. And I'm like, dude, I don't do that. I don't do that. Like and follow, like and follow, like and follow. You know what I mean? I need to do that more. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna be classy now. Alright, so now we understand this. There is a hack. Scam bypasses two-factor authentication. Imagine having Authy and thinking like there's no way and this motherfucker gets in there. Killing me. Okay, so that is scary. Going back to full screen. That goes into, just to recap, 1, don't click any links. 2, close your Discord DMs because you are at risk, especially if you have a project and you are in an admin role. Close your Discord DMs. Tell them to talk to you on Twitter or another platform, please. Because if you don't, be prepared to have to like refund the entire community because of your compromise, because of your slip up. That's really the only way. And go in and check these Discord projects. Try to DM admins, and if you can, that project is not safe. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Do your own research always, and that is financial advice. Okay. Triple check the spelling of common names. People who you think you see all the time and talk to, triple check that you are interacting and following back the person. If you think it's their backup, message them and ask, like, hey, is this your backup? Is this you? Is this person pretending to be you? Because believe me, there's enough catfishing out there in the world. You need to be careful. And with that, please take a sip of water, everyone. Okay. That was number 1. Number 2, protect your seed phrases like a social security number, okay? Keep them safe. That's your combination to your safe. Don't keep your seed phrases in your notes, in your laptop. Do not do that. It can get hacked. That's bad. Don't do that, okay? Take a picture of it. Do whatever you got to do. Keep it safe. Don't give your info to anybody who pretends to be customer service. Don't give your seed phrases. Nobody is ever going to ask you for your seed phrases. And be careful with people who are interacting with you pretending to be customer service. I'm so wary of people who like, it sucks to be like that, to be so jaded, but I'm so wary of like people who just want to help for no reason. It's like, I didn't ask for your help. I don't know why you're over here, you know? Okay. Moving on. Don't give your info to any customer service. Hard wallets. Don't get any hard wallets from third parties, right? If you're gonna have a hard wallet, if you want to be the safest. Oh my gosh, don't get any hard wallets from third parties. Okay. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 now. FOMO is real. FOMO is so real. FOMO is fear of missing out. Okay? But you know what's realer? Sleep deprivation. Like, cryptocurrency is a roller coaster. Roller coaster. Investing period is a roller coaster sometimes, especially now with these markets. And feeling like you have to be in these spaces or on Twitter or in Clubhouse or wherever the fuck it is, like social, it can be really, really, really overwhelming. You know, it can be really, really, really overwhelming. So you have to make sure that you have control of your mental health first, control of like what is important to you. How do you escape? How do you release? Is it working out? Is it journaling? Is it masturbation? Is it cooking? Is it cleaning? Whatever the fuck it is. It could be hiking, running, something that makes you feel out of your head. For me, it's gardening. I like to go into my garden and like dig around and be in the dirt. There's something very healing about being in nature for me, you know? So find that for you, whatever that is, that you can disconnect and fill yourself up first. Because Jesus Christ, when you are like, oh, I have to stay relevant and I have to be here and I have to hear what's the next best thing, what's the greatest project and all of that, and da-da-da-da-da, it's not sustainable. It's just not sustainable. You can't live like that and think that your body is not going to fucking disintegrate, because it is. It fucking is. So I always say mental health first, physical second, because the mind is in so much more control of the body than we give it credit for. It's like the mind does things that, you know, the body could never do. Seriously. And the mind can make the body do things that it never thought it could do. And financial third. That's what I say. Although only if you're privileged enough to be like that. Some people don't have their health at all. They only have their finances. So that's why I try to put it in this order where I say mental health first, physical second, put your finances third. Okay? And if you can do that, I feel like the fear of missing out is not as relevant to someone who is strong in their mind and strong in their body. So please. And another thing I heard today where people are like, oh, you should take a break. You should just take a break. But then there's the flip side of that I know, that when you take a break, the algorithm doesn't like that. You're now punished. You're punished for not posting and giving free content every single day. And the algorithm is now going to push you down. So if you are going to take a break, please do. Please do. It's so worth it. You're going to feel so much better afterwards. You're going to be renewed. You're going to look at things differently. Colors are going to be different. Take a break. But if you're worried about engagement, if engagement is important to you, look into different apps that can tweet, like Hootsuite or whatever, that can plan out tweets for you, timed. And it doesn't have to be every day. You know, it could be a once a week thing, like, hey, I'm still here or whatever, but plan it out so that when you do take a break, you don't have to think about it, but you're still present or you're still there. Or ask a friend. Say, hey, I'm not going to be around. Do you mind retweeting my stuff every once in a while so I can still be in the algorithm? And real ones will. Real ones will do that for you. That's the importance of like having, you know, what I'm going to get into my next point, my fourth point for community. But before I go into community, I want to say a quote from Lori Grace, which I really, really, really respect and appreciate. All of her spaces that she holds and her art and the way she carries herself with grace, with so much grace. But she said something that stuck with me. She said, disengage to re-engage. And that's so important. That's so important to be able to like let go and let the tension go and just relax where you're hanging on that cliff for dear life, to just let go and then come back into it and then keep climbing. Like, it feels so much better. So disengage to engage. That's such excellent advice, and I wish more people could do that, because everybody wants to be go, right? So now to number 4 is building your community. And when I say community, what I really mean is communities, because you cannot put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, imagine that you put all of your faith and friendship and ties into one cryptocurrency that turned out to be a rug pull. And that's where you spent all your friends and everyone was inside of that Discord. And then it turns out that, like, the main guy or whatever, the social media guy just bounced. And now he's rebranding. And you're just stuck with all these coins that mean nothing. What the fuck, right? What the fuck? But if you were smart, you were going to go into other Discords and other groups and have other ways to kind of like find your community. It could be with crypto, it could be with NFTs, it could be with the type of art that you do. Say you do photography, say you do watercolors, say you do collage, whatever it is, go and try to find those different communities and build your presence within those communities. Not everybody is going to be into the same things that you're into. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you unique. So nourish that, flourish with that. We don't want to all be the same, make the same thing. Oh, that's what sells. I got to do that. I got to do exactly what that guy does because that's what sells. No, please don't. We are artists first, okay? We are artists. And as artists, we are indebted to society to reflect the political climate and reflect what is going on. We have to as artists. So we have to be ourselves. So who cares if it doesn't fucking sell, as long as we get our message out, because that's what we are as artists. We're creators. We got to get it out, right? So, build your communities, build your different communities. Oh, yo, what's up, Kush? I ain't seen you in a minute. 3%, that's all good, man. It's so good to hear from you, and it's nice to see from you. I'm sorry, microphone, for clapping. It's good to see from you. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh. All right, so back to my train of thought. Community. That's community. Kush is community. I'm very glad that you're here, by the way. There's a very hive mentality, like lemming type mentality in the NFT community. Sometimes in crypto, period. Or in life in general. Where, oh, everybody's doing that. Okay, I gotta do that too. I gotta get a Bored Ape too. I gotta get this too. And it's like, nah, man, like, you fucking chill. Like, chill. Like, try to make your own lane. Try to stick to what makes you happy and brings you joy, because then that is what is organic, and that is what is going to bring you more joy from other people, if that makes sense. And don't expect your joy from other people, ever. If you don't have it from within, you ain't going to get it from nobody else. You ain't going to get it from nobody else. So always have your communities, but have yourself too. What makes you happy? What are you into? You don't need to be in all of these spaces for these giveaways on some shit that you don't really care about if it's not really speaking to your soul, if it's not really important to you. So think about that. I had somebody hit me up about the UFC NFT and what I thought about it. And I said, bro, if it's got you excited about NFTs and that's going to be your very first NFT, fucking do it, man. I think that's awesome. And make sure you talk to all of your friends about it and say, look at this cool UFC NFT that I just got. Do I like Dana White? Fuck no. Do I think the UFC takes care of their fighters? Not really. But that's not what's important. What's important is that I, as a part of the MMA community, had somebody reach out to me and say, hey, what do you think of these NFTs? And I was like, bro, do it. Do it, man. Do it. That's the way we create mass adoption. Do you, man. As long as it makes you happy, fucking do it. And that's how you want to be with people. You don't really want to, like, piss on their parades, as they say, you know? But you also want to, like, be honest as well. So try to build your communities wherever they are. Find multiple communities. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. God forbid, your core community ends up being a rug pull, or somebody ends up being a scumbag or whatever, Have multiple communities. And welcome to the room. I hope if you like what you're seeing, you can subscribe, like and subscribe. I don't be doing that enough in my streams, I noticed, but I gotta be on that like and subscribe train, but whatever, nonetheless. Okay, so we went down 4. Just to recap. Number 1, don't click any links. Number 2, protect your seed phrases like a social security number. Number 3, FOMO is real. Sleep deprivation is so much realer. Number 4, build your communities. Plural. Plural. Not just one. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You're into a lot of different things. You're a snowflake. Engage in all of those different communities. A retweet can save somebody's life. You would be surprised. So don't be stingy. If you see something that you like, retweet it. Don't be afraid, because that might put it into somebody else's atmosphere that they never thought about, like the UFC NFT or whatever. And then that, that opens up somebody's world where they're like, man, I was on the fence, but now I really want that. So a retweet can save a life. And now we're getting to number 5. Number 5. This is good. We're doing good time. Please be a creator before you're a capitalist. Please, I implore you, because so much of the mental health struggle that I'm seeing with these artists in this NFT space is based on how much they can earn for their art. And honestly, when you decided to become an artist, you needed to understand that it is not overnight, and it is not something that everybody can do. So if you're putting your value on how much you sell, when you're not fucking Banksy or Shepard Fairey or a fucking name, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to pump the brakes. You really need to pump the brakes and think, okay, what can I do that's going to bring me joy? If I'm not making any sales right now, what can I do? Is it volunteer somewhere? Is it talking to someone? Is it getting therapy? Is it something else? You know what I mean? Like if you're feeling like your worth is connected to what you are paid for your creation, why are you creating in the first place? And then you really need to ask yourself that. And this is something that I have been asking myself since like the 90s, since the 2000s, since like I even learned about hip hop and being able to perform. It always made me think, like, do I really want to get paid for my art? Do I want my art to be my bread and butter? Or do I want my art to be my escape? Do I want my art to be my outlet? Do I want my art to be... And if I get paid bread and butter from that, amazing. But at least I got to have that frequency and that energy of getting my art out. And I wish more artists in this NFT space did not come in here thinking, oh, I just need to get rich quick like everybody else. I just need to make millions of dollars for this derivative whatever, AI whatever, like everybody else. And I'm not shitting on derivative work or extension of art or AI or any of that, because that shit is cool. That shit is actually really fucking cool. That's the real Matrix, right? But guys, you can't compare yourself to everybody else at all. So, recapping. Don't click any links. Close your Discord DMs. Protect your seed phrases like you protect your social security number. FOMO is real. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your physical health. Your finances are not going to matter if you don't have those 2 things in order first. 4, build your communities in plural. Please, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Expand. Speaking of expanding, I'm doing a space on the Mon app on the 1st, which is Tuesday, which is a sex positive speech app like Clubhouse. It's basically sex positive people talking about sexy stuff on Clubhouse. And I'm going to be talking about not safe for work NFTs more explicitly than what I can talk about here. So if you're interested, you guys should go check out the Mon app, and I'm going to put it up on my Twitter and everything so that you guys can check it out. But on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a space. And everybody misses me in the spaces, and I know, and I miss you guys too, and I'll be back soon. All right? Don't worry! I'll be back! I'll be back! And I'm going to be doing this more often too. I promise. I needed to take care of me first and foremost. Hello? I had to take care of my mental health. Okay, so now what I would like to talk about is Indigenous people's rights, because I'm actually doing a collaboration with an amazing Brazilian artist who brought this to my attention. And she told me about this last year, and I took a break from Twitch and wasn't able to talk about it on my show like I wanted to, but I'm a woman of my word. So I was like, we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about it today. And then I can show you guys a little sneak peek of our collaboration that we're going to be doing. And I'm very excited about it. All right. Indigenous people's rights. I'm glad we are going into this. So in Brazil, thank God I can like read fast. Indigenous peoples are fighting for their rights in Brazil's capital. And this is from the 21st. 6,000 indigenous leaders have gathered in Brazil's capital of Brasilia this week to fight for their lands and lives. Here's what's going on and what you can do. The Struggle for Life camp has brought together up to 6,000 indigenous leaders and activists from all regions of the country to protest the government's anti-indigenous policies and rollbacks on protections for their lands and lives. Ipe Square in Brasilia is currently the biggest indigenous village in Brazil and its largest indigenous demonstration in Brazil's history. What they are protesting: the current Brazilian government, led by far-right President Jair Bolsonaro. I can never pronounce his name right. I suck at it. Jair, I can say Bolsonaro. There, I did it. Aha. Has an oops. What happened? Has an explicitly anti-indigenous agenda, abandoning indigenous communities as they face invasions from land grabbers, miners, and loggers. This week is critical because Brazilian Supreme Court will rule on a legal case that could severely limit indigenous land rights. The UN Special Rapporteur on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples has said that this case could legitimize violence against indigenous peoples and inflame conflicts in the Amazon rainforest and other areas. This case comes at a time when the Brazilian Congress is advancing laws that reward land grabbing and end environmental licensing, open indigenous peoples' lands to mining, and reduce the size of protected indigenous peoples' land. So from what I read, what's happening is they are... I'll read it to you. They're basically saying that, like, if you weren't on this land before 1988, you don't have any rights to it, which is insane. Because, like, if you are indigenous, 1988 isn't even that long ago. It's not even that long ago. So they're, like, expecting you to have all that paperwork and whatnot in order claiming your heritage where you are to the land, or they're not gonna recognize you. So it says President Bolsonaro and his allies in Congress promoted a bill to prevent indigenous peoples from obtaining legal recognition of their traditional lands if they were not physically present on them on October 5th, 1988, when Brazil's constitution was enacted. Or if they had not, by that date, initiated legal proceedings to claim them. A case similarly seeking to block indigenous land rights was impending before Supreme Court as of November 2021. Meanwhile, the indigenous territories continued to suffer illegal encroachment, which is what we were just reading about from all the land miners and the land grabbers, which is like, what the fuck? Wildcat miners sought to impede a law enforcement operation in Munduruku indigenous territories and attacked Munduruku Women's Association and a leader's home in May 2021. In the Yanomami indigenous territory, miners fired at indigenous peoples and federal police in several incidents. 2 Yanomami children who escaped a shooting alone were found drowned in May, and a plane used by miners hit and killed an indigenous man in July. What the fuck? What the fuck, you guys? This is bullshit. Like, fighting over their own land. That is very, very, very frustrating. So I needed to bring that to everybody's attention because I didn't get to do that last year, back in September. And that's exactly what the fuck I'm here for. As an artist, you know, like Nina Simone said, it is our duty. It is our duty to reflect the current times, political times. And Brazil must uphold indigenous land rights. So, speaking of indigenous land rights and indigenous people, I need to talk about this, okay? I need to talk about this. Yo, what the fuck? Coinbase NFTs? If any of my homies are minting on Coinbase NFTs or buying projects on Coinbase NFTs, please think otherwise. Because I recently learned that Coinbase signs a deal with Homeland Security and is selling analytics data. And I don't know if you noticed on Coinbase and crypto.com, they're now going to be notifying for taxes, which they weren't doing before. Now they want to verify all of that, all of your identity. So be prepared for all of that. Things are changing. Laws are coming, which is like a good thing and a bad thing, because we're like, oh, we want to decentralize, but not like that. You know? Fuck, this pisses me off. Coinbase signs a deal with Homeland Security to provide analytics software. The initial contract comes for $455,000, which is really bullshit, because imagine how much they're making off of Coinbase. Like, that's not that that's little money. Don't get me wrong. That's money. But compared how much they have on the exchange, bullshit. Okay, and then 1.37 million by there we go. Okay. So, too long, didn't read. Okay. This exchange also signed contracts in April 2021 and May 2020 with the U.S. Secret Service to provide access to its analytics software. Both of these contracts were initially under $50,000 in value, but had a maximum value of $187,000. Coinbase Analytics, the branch of the exchange behind its analytics software, emerged from Coinbase's controversial 2019 acquisition of the blockchain intelligence firm Neurotino. Several members of Neurotino's 8-person team had previously worked on projects with Hacking Team, an Italian hacking firm that sold spyware to authoritarian governments with a history of human rights abuses. That made me spit. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong eventually fired the Neurotino members, but not before they got their fucking science first. Not before they got all of their spyware and authoritarian fucking tools first. But Coinbase's reputation for surveillance persists. So yes, let's see. In August, Coinbase signed a similar contract with ICE worth $29,000 to provide the Border Enforcement Agency with licenses for its analytics software. The contract with ICE is the latest in a series of contracts between Coinbase and the U.S. government, as tracked by Tech Inquiry. Coinbase's latest contract has the highest overall ceiling of all its government deals. So yeah, they basically want to see who is using what, and they want to sell that information back. Not sell that information back, give that information to the government. So whoever is using these exchanges, wherever you are, you have to verify who you are now. And if you don't, then that's just one more thing that you can't get access to. That's fucked up. Fucked up, man. So yeah, I have to reconsider, because I have a Coinbase account. I have to reconsider where I'm going to be putting my Coinbase funds. And I'm looking into that now. I'm looking into Terra. I'm looking to all these other places where I'm like, okay, fuck it. I just want to get the most interest anyway. I'm not a crazy day trader flipper. So yeah, when I found out Coinbase signs a deal with Homeland Security, DHS, ICE, I was like, I gotta let everybody know. And I am. And I'm trying to let everybody know. Does everybody want to listen? No. You can lead a horse to water. That doesn't mean you can make him drink. You know what I'm saying? You can lead a horse to water, but it don't mean you can make them drink, bitch. Okay, so, moving right along, clickety clack. We did the coin desk. We did the environment. I will show my piece at the end, because I have one more important thing that I need to talk about on this agenda here. Okay, one more thing. Artists out there. Drink some water. I recently had this brought to my attention that when artists are participating in contests with big brands who have money, they are basically giving away their free content. And they're giving away their rights to their content. So artists, when you see these contests for like your favorite celebrities and whatnot, where they're like, make my merch or make my logo or make my NFT, you don't want to end up like Seneca with Bored Apes, where she barely got paid to make those drawings for Bored Ape. Okay? And we can talk about Seneca in another episode. Not today. Not today, because we're coming up to the end here. Okay, so I'm going to share screen this, and we're just going to read this out. And it says, spec work and contests like these are bad. Don't do work for free, especially for those who have the money to pay you for your labor. Most of the time, they get the rights to your work, even if you don't win the contest. Okay? So just for submitting. Jesus, that would make me so mad. Let me click on, wait. Okay, between Billy and Adobe, there's so much money to pay an artist to do the job. Scratch that, multiple artists. And then it gets worse. It says, each entrant hereby grants to sponsor Billie Eilish and their affiliated companies and designated agents a non-exclusive, transferable, perpetual, irrevocable, royalty-free, unconditional, fully paid license and right to post and to make, have made, use, copy, reproduce, modify, and create derivative works of any materials provided by the entrant with the entrant's entry or otherwise through the contest. So essentially, give us your fucking soul for free. And whatever you make is ours now. Fuck, shit, fuck, that's so horrible. That makes me so sad because Billie got money, and she used to be like down for the underground, but not really, huh? Yeah, so it's Billie and Adobe want to see your designs in the Billie times Adobe make the merch contest. And it's like, how about you pay your fucking artist? How about that's the design, is you pay your motherfucking artist? Okay, so artists. Let's recap on that. You need to protect yourself. You need to make sure that if you're giving somebody your IP, your intellectual property, you're being compensated for it, and you're not signing away the rights to it perpetually, irrevocably, forever. And in fact, have a timeline. Have like a 10-year clause on that where you can revisit it in 10 years if you can. Or ask for that. Ask for that, because a lot of shit can happen in 10 years. Okay, I feel like now, because there's 5 minutes left. Ooh! I'm doing so good on the time. Now, I can talk about this big thing. Okay, can't show too much. Because Twitch is a bitch and doesn't like boobies. But whatever, what are you gonna do? I love this artist. I've highlighted this artist before. Julia is amazing. Julia Mezcla. She is so beautiful. She is so talented. She is so great. I'm like, let me click on Julia real quick. Julia, I love you. I am a shy and kind of introvert 2D artist, 30 years, Brazilian, living in Portugal. She's the one who brought to my attention what's going on in Brazil, the indigenous rights. So I had to make sure that I shouted her out and that I did that. And let's look at her project real quick, which she has coming out on the 2nd, same day as our project, which I'm very excited. She has a new muse that's coming out. So beautiful. So beautiful. It says 100 muses on OpenSea, inspired by women, different styles and cultures. 2 new muses every week. If you collect 3 or more, you can personalize the next muse and guarantee its whitelist. 5 animated gifts and 5 personalized backgrounds. So cool! I love this so much. Such a good idea. Okay, so that's Julia. And we have done a collaboration, which I'm excited about. And this is a sneak peek, and this is what you can see. And it's perfect that my little block is covering my titty, my titty, my titty. All right. So that's a sneak peek. If you follow me on Twitter, we're going to be doing more sneak peeks to kind of show you the whole thing, but it is going to be animated. It's going to be amazing. TBD where it's going to be minted. We're thinking about Rareable, possibly Hickenduck. We both have our Hickenducks that we love. The thing with my Hickenduck is really dark, super dark. So I'm like trying to figure it out if I'm gonna put it on Rareable or OpenSea. I haven't really decided yet, but I'm very excited about this collab that we did coming soon. So without further ado, today we talked about 5 things that I wish I knew before I got into NFTs. We talked about indigenous rights for Brazil and how that is still going on and how important Amazon is and how much we need them to have their land. Indigenous rights is human rights, period. We also talked about getting artists paid for their work, for their intellectual property, not just perpetually, irrevocably taking their fucking ideas for free and making money off of it. That is insane. Please don't do that, artists. Please don't do that. And we also talked about the collab that we're doing with Torichu Julia Mescla. Amazing. I'm very excited about her project 100 Muses that is coming out. So hello, Almighty Corn. What up? First time viewer. So yes, it is going to be really, really good to catch up with everyone in these highlights, making all of these highlights. This has been really good. I see that we're coming up on the hour mark, which is amazing. And yeah, I can't really think of anything else to talk about other than be safe out there, take care of yourselves. Please drink water, please stretch your legs, please go for a walk in nature outside. Go do something nice for yourself today. And I'm gonna get a schedule up soon. But when you see me, you see me. All right, this was fun. Thank you.